How are we all doing? I want to talk to you guys tonight about a bike that I picked up back in January. Every year I go out looking at bikes, normally giant. I do like them. But this year I opted to go for an e-bike, the Vtuvia SN100 fat tire. The bike is constructed out of aluminum. It has a 56 volt, 750 watt motor, which is Vtuvia's. I know I'm not saying their name right. The name and the link of the company will be down in the description below. They have all sorts of ranges of bikes, and very reasonably priced. This one cost me about $2,500 once it was all said and done. I reached out to the company a little while ago and showed them all the options that I put on their bike and what it was capable of doing. They asked me to do a quick little video about the product of their bike. From what I know of the company and doing my research, because there are so many e-bikes out there that I had no idea what I was looking for or wanted or even to do. Just before I was going to make a purchase on a different bike, I came across this company. They're located out of China, and some of them, it's a small little independent company, and some of the most friendliest people I think I've ever met in my life. The bike cost me around $1,500, and that's probably on the low end. You can get them cheaper for around $350, all the way up to 20s of thousands of dollars, depending upon what you want and do. When I spoke to the folks at the company, they were excited about all the options that I put on it, and they asked me if I wouldn't mind doing a quick little video showcasing what I put on here and everything that I did to it. One of the things I very much enjoy doing is getting out and riding. Because I'm a diabetic, it's one form of exercise. And living here in Vermont, we have some of the most beautiful sceneries, and especially when you go off-road and off into the woods. And that's one of the things I'm kind of looking forward to doing this summer. What I did to this thing is it comes pretty much stripped bone. It doesn't come with a bag, it doesn't come with a trailer, it doesn't come with fenders or anything along those lines. It comes with the LCD display. And I've already rode it 117 miles, and we just lost our snow, which is hence why I've been hesitating about doing this video, because I didn't want to do it in the snow. Although that's what this bike is for. It's for riding in snow, it's for riding on sandy beaches, things like that. But we don't have that here, other than the snow. The battery is made from Samsung. It's their own patented motor. Like I said, this is just a small little company that pretty much started up a couple of years ago. And from what I've seen, it's one of the best I've come across. One of the things that turned me off about these e-bikes is that there's control boxes, there's batteries, there's motors, and all that type of stuff. And Vtuvia, something like that. Probably sounds like an insulin pen to me. Anyways, this is their patented design of a frame, and basically what they did is they hid it all within inside the frame. You don't have any of these, the control bags or anything like that. Just the battery is part of the frame. Down right here is where you find your all the controls that hook up to it, the computer and stuff like that helps monitor the bike and what you're doing with it. The bike does come with 3 modes. There's free ride, where you can just ride this bike on pure electric, and I haven't fully tested it yet, but I've gotten about 30 miles before it's about ready to die, and I was reaching speeds of about 30 miles an hour, 28 on flat surfaces, 33, 34.5 if you look at the GPS, or 34.4 I got going, which is pretty decent speed for this. I didn't know a lot about these things, and I was looking at so many of them. And And I didn't understand, a 350 watt motor, it got you the same speeds as a 500 and the 5, it seems like the higher you went, it didn't seem like it mattered all that much. So I stuck with a 750 watt motor. And like I said, that gets me going. But back to the 3 speeds. You have free ride, where you can ride it as long as the battery is, and until it dies. Or you can have pedal assist, which will help generate the battery back to power, where you ride it like a bicycle, but the motor will kick on and help you up hills, or when it feels like the bike is having trouble going up the hill. And then you have, you can ride it like a bicycle. Now, if you take the battery out, that's the bulk of the weight of this thing. And plus those fat tires are pretty hefty too. It's not comfortable for me to ride. So I mainly use pedal assist and free riding. A lot of what I did to this thing is I put a cell phone holder, I added GPS. I ride this thing all over the darn place around here. I put bags on it, fender trunks. I even hooked up my dog Leo's carriage, he is over there with my son Robert. But he comes along with me too. We'll go off into the woods hopefully this spring and just venture. I can pack up a lunch, some snacks and stuff like that, water bottles, things like that. Go find a tree, sit under, grab my phone, listen to a great movie, or read a book, or whatever your phone will do. It's all right there in front of you. The possibilities of this thing are endless, of what you're capable of doing. And I think living here in Vermont, it's going to be a great test to what this bike and what this company represents. And they're all about customer service. They are some of the best people I think I have ever seen in my life. Extremely friendly. I mean, answer your questions right then and there. They're just so polite. But this is the Vtuvia SN100. It costs you about $1,500, but I think it's one of the best ones out there because all of that stuff is not hanging off the bike. Everything is integrated into the frame. As if you look under this bag right here, all the cables, all the sensors, things like that, they all are in the frame. So reach out to this company if you're interested. They are more than happy to fit a bike for you. I almost dropped you guys. I didn't know a lot about it, and like I said, I did my homework before I did. And just before I bought this bike, I was just about to purchase another one that didn't have everything integrated into the frame. All the bags were hanging outside. It just looked sloppy, but I liked it. I didn't realize this one was. If I went with that other one, there was no way I was going to be able to get this stuff on this bike like I've got here. The trunk, the bag up there in the middle, my cell phone holders. Yeah, I probably would have gotten that stuff on there. But one of the things I like to do is ride around listening to music, or, I get YouTube TV, so I'll listen to that. I'll listen to the news while I ride around. I have gotten so much response off of this bike. Yes, people have seen e-bikes, but they have never seen anything like this. And it does stand out because they have integrated into their frame all of that cabling and wiring. If you want to know more about it, let me know. And like I said, reach out to the company. I'll put all of their descriptions in below. And talk to them. They'll answer you in a heartbeat. And just some of the nicest people I have ever dealt with from a long distance away. So I hope you enjoyed this a little bit about my new e-bike for this summer. I don't know what my dog is doing, but they're down there. But I'm hoping to get a long life out of this and many miles of happy riding and just enjoying the back hills of Vermont. Curling up underneath a tree with a lunch and reading a book or watching a movie or whatever my heart content. But one of the things I do want to mention is that I like how everything is integrated, because I don't know how waterproof these things are. And that's that little extra protection right there of everything being integrated into the frame. So this may be a little bit redundant. I may have gone a little overboard with all the stuff on it. But hey, I'm happy, and that's all that matters. The company got a big kick out of it. There are upgrade options that you can do to this bike, and that was the other thing that I liked about it, is that usually once you bought one of these things, you were stuck with it. You can upgrade the brake systems to hydraulic, and I think that's something I will do because the bike is heavy. And especially with the trailer on the back of it and Leo in it, the brakes feel a little soft, and it gets, it takes a little while to slow down. You can get different displays, you can get bigger batteries, you can get bigger motors, you can get smaller motors, you can get smaller batteries. But the whole bike is absolutely customizable. So reach out to them if you're interested. And for $1,500, you can't go wrong. You really can't. They have cheaper bikes on their website, and take a look. But with everything once was said and done, when I was done fiddling and building up this whole bike, it probably cost me around $2,500, maybe $3,000. But it's been worth every penny so far. I've gotten the best time out of it. And the people around town are just so tickled with it. They love talking to me about it, and I love talking to them about it. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you reach out to the company and pick one up. It's amazing, and it's amazing how fast it is. On an average speed, I'd say it's around 20 miles an hour, comfortably. And that putzing around town for a couple miles. So 20 miles an hour, right? Great. Go home, put it on the charger. Within a couple hours, it's up and running again. But I hope all is well with everybody, staying safe and healthy. And this is going to be one of my outlets this summer, if this COVID thing still is around. I hope you all enjoy. Take care, and we'll see you in the next. Bye.